issues that you face in the communities where you serve and where we serve, and why you came down.
And we want to focus on issues that unite us as Americans rather than the issues that divide us.
It is critically important that we make this case.
Burdens down low, burdens down low. Since I laid my burdens down.
To the end that jobs will be released.
Yes.
That crime will decrease.
Yes.
That opportunity will open up wide as the sky.
What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? We got to change the way people think about the future of America.
We can make a difference, and your voice must be heard in a time to which we're living.
Little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Hey, freedom ring! Hey, y'all Sunday Diosa! Hey, let freedom ring! Hey, let freedom ring! Hey, thank you for freedom today!
We have to hold our nation responsible for our own creeds. And this is what the March on Washington for Jobs and Equality was all about.
Our Bishops' Council formally adopted a public policy agenda that centers around a federal job guarantee, priorities around free public health care, and more federal investments in public education. This is the beginning of a much larger effort, and I think the congressman and leader can really be on the front end.
Share the concerns of the people, to represent those who have no voice.
I support every single thing that's in this policy line upon line.
Continuing to elevate ways to strengthen the Voting Rights Act.
We came here today with the intentions of making a change, not just for our local communities, but the nation abroad. So what I observed today in the meeting is the attempt to try to make amends for the things that happened from the past. There's a lot of hurts that happened to the minorities, particularly black folks, that African American in this country. So I like what Full Gospel is doing by reaching out and to the Congress, particularly I believe his name is Congress Hakeem. There's a scripture that says one plants, one waters, but God gives the increase. So we hope that with this being seeded by Martin Luther King, what he did with the civil rights movement, that this move on to a bigger and better things as we continue to water what has been planted and established. So I have a great hope that things will change, and that's what we're here for a greater change and a greater hope. So thank you for your time, and I appreciate everything, and I hope to see that great change one day.
What's truly powerful about the Freedom Plan that we've adopted is that it is specific. It articulates the specific policy priorities that we want passed.
And she read it line by line, and so it was awesome. We were well represented. We thank you for your leadership. I tell you, we made Full Gospel proud.
Yes.
And so we are going to change the face of this country by putting feet to our prayers. This caravan for justice seeks to complete the understanding of justice, because there's two sides of justice. On the one side, there's direct action, and on the other side, there's advocacy. And as a people, we know a lot about the direct action side, the marches and the protests, but we have got to get involved on the advocacy side if we are going to make this country and this world a better place for all of God's children. Dr. King said that the moral arc of the universe is long, but it bends towards justice. But I want to say that it does not bend towards justice by itself. We have got to put our heads, our hands, and our hearts together to make sure that we fight for equality and justice. And like Bishop Morton said to us and implied to us last night, that too often people of faith put their values, their spiritual values aside in order to support a person or a personality. And we've got to decide today that enough is enough. Enough is enough. Say that with me. Enough is enough. We want voting rights for everyone. We want economic rights for everyone.